started. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Throwing on the run. Snags it on the right. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He leaves it with his back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Jennings. Going for 6. Touchdown, SMU! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown, everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's King. And they're not on the same page there.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
He might want another play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the first down and more. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Looking for space. It's Harden there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Got a man, it's Singleton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they...
He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. From the gun, the running back has it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for...
Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Mustangs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground, and he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Using his legs to buy some time. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, this offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability to extend plays.
Lost one deep down the right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that, and you're running full speed with everything you have.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Smithers into space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big...
And the ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got Will trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the...
He's loose. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and goal. Direct snap. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Using his feet to buy time. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out. Man, I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
So they will eschew the short field goal attempt and instead try to score from the 5 on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Touchdown, Mustangs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Quarterback may change this route. Fires to the right. It's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He makes the catch. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Not a chance. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll open the second half on the ground. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
He'll toss it. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
A little screen to the running back. There he goes. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Got his man downfield. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? They're trailing by just 4 to Colorado. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking for space. It's Harden. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Jennings. Here's the pressure. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to run it. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Now adjusting. Caught near the sticks. It's Cooper. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
We always talk about Yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do...
There he goes! Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for the offense. Snap it to the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Lets it fly. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. He wants to throw it. He wants it all. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
Stopped Trapped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And you could tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Safe completion on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass, I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football. I got to break on it, and everybody's got to corral.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
The offense changing the play. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Got him downfield. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Stop is made at the 8, but it'll be enough to set up a 1st and goal. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So
looking for the end zone. Touchdown! Good attack! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed
the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's Harden. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the middle. He's got it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit, make sure it falls incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Harden. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. To the air, it's King. Looking to buy time. The throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by 7 over Clemson. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.